Tony. Yan.
Yeah. Speak very close to
So thank you so much, Professor Sison. Your statement gives hope for good progress during this round. The mic is in your hands, Secretary Velio.
Thank you, Madam Elizabeth, Madam Marian. Nababaguan ako sa Chairman Fidel Agcoili, and the members of the NDF, CPP, NPA panel, with the Chief Political Consultant, Manong Jo. In behalf of the honorable members of the House of Representatives and my secretary, Jess Dureza, and the members of my panel, I am privileged to open today the second round of formal talks with the NDF. I am confident that the steadfastness of both parties in resuming the peace talks last month will continue to animate our tasks for this round of talks, which are the harmonization of the exchanged draft frameworks and outlines of our respective working committees on socio-economic reforms, political and constitutional reform, and end of hostilities and disposition of forces. As we agreed in August, our working committees are supposed to discuss and agree during this round on a common draft agreement on joint ceasefire, then designing by the panels of the joint ceasefire this month, as we also envisioned during the last round of talks, is being awaited by our public, especially by those communities that continue to be prejudiced by the armed conflict. The significant impact of the indefinite ceasefire declared separately by the parties cannot be overemphasized, including the confidence of our peace constituency on the peace process. We note that the ceasefire is holding until this day with no major violations reported by either party. This is an unparalleled achievement of the table, which should inspire us to advance the negotiations. In this round of talks, let us also recognize the need to complete the negotiations in the next 12 months. This will provide ample time for the Duterte administration to efficiently implement the agreements that we will be able to reach. We trust the NDF will be with us until the implementation of this agreement. I also take this opportunity to acknowledge the designation of Capistrano as the new chairman of the NDF panel, although I would have preferred Manong Louie.
Condolence ka eh.
I also thank Louie Randoni for his contribution to the peace talks. I trust he will continue to journey with us in seeking a negotiated political settlement of the armed conflict. Last but not the least, let me thank our Royal Norwegian government, our third-party facilitator, for their enabling support to our peace process. As I stated earlier, we also acknowledge the presence of the members of the House of Representatives Their being part of the process will surely enlighten our work and our journey to peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Bello. And now, the new chairperson of the negotiating panel of the NDF, he will have the honor of having the last word.
Yes. No, I definitely lack the diplomatic skills of Louis. No? So I will not. I do not know how to begin. Do I acknowledge? Okay, I will acknowledge Secretary Doresa, Secretary Bello, the GRP panel, Ambassador Elizabeth Slatron, Special Envoy or what? Marian Hill, members of our panel, including Chief Political Consultant Jose Maria Sison, our Senior Advisor, Luisa Landoni, ladies and gentlemen. Galing ba? Ayan, game na. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. This opening statement, magandang gabi sa ating lahat. This opening statement will be brief. As the newly appointed chairperson of the NDF negotiating panel, I intend to pursue the policies of the revolutionary movement on the peace negotiations as ably carried out by my predecessor and now senior advisor, Chairperson Luisa Landoni. Let me tell you frankly that I do not relish this new role. I was content to be an ordinary member of the panel and sometimes to be appointed as emissary to the GRP, to then Presidents Cory Aquino and Fidel Ramos, and now to President Rodrigo Duterte. But rest assured that I will do my best to accomplish the task that has fallen on my shoulders. My opening statement focuses on the issue of the release of all political prisoners as a matter of justice and in compliance with the Joint Agreement on Safety and Immunity Guarantees and the Comprehensive Agreement on Respect for Human Rights and International Humanitarian Law. The most effective method of release is through an amnesty proclamation as offered by President Rodrigo Duterte himself. The release of all political prisoners through amnesty was offered by President Duterte during my first meeting with him on 16 May 2016 in connection with the resumption of the peace negotiations. Compared to the various methods that I had recommended, such as archiving, bail, release on recognizance, etc., he stated that granting amnesty would be the most effective mode in releasing the JASIC-protected persons, the sick, elderly, women, and long-term detainees for humanitarian reasons, and all the political prisoners. His offer was made in the presence of a current member of the GRP panel, a congressman who is now in our midst in this current round of talks as a member of the delegation from the House of Representatives, and several other persons. Now, I am mentioning this in order to clarify that the proffered amnesty proclamation pertains to the political prisoners and not to a general amnesty that is mutually extended to the forces of both parties in the final settlement of an armed conflict. We should not muddle these two amnesty concepts, lest we be accused of intending to make use of the political prisoners as a leverage or hostage to secure advantage across the negotiating table or to demand capitulation of one side to another. The continuing detention of the more than 400 political prisoners is manifestly a grave injustice. It does not befit a regime that wants to bring about change by engaging in peace negotiations with the revolutionary movement and the Moro people. We should bear in mind that their continuing detention is a blatant violation of the Carril. They are unjustly detained on trumped-up charges of common crimes in violation of the Hernandez political offense doctrine that has been enshrined in the Carril. President Duterte himself, in his conversation with the NDFP lawyers and GRP panelists on 15 August 2016 in Malacanang Palace, reaffirmed his belief in the correctness and justness of the 1956 Philippine Supreme Court decision on the case against Amado V. Hernandez on rebellion complex with common crimes. The NDFP stands firmly in calling for the release through amnesty of the 432 political prisoners, not only as a matter of justice, but also in basic compliance of the Carril. The release will undoubtedly serve as an incentive in accelerating the peace negotiations and in forging a more stable ceasefire agreement. We hope we can resolve these crucial issues so that we can move forward. Marami pong salamat. I forgot, I should mention that we have some gifts.
Belated because last time we forgot to bring the gifts. So now we have the gifts.
Queso.
Hindi queso. No, because you can get queso naman in the airport. Ito ay products of the political prisoners. So we thought it's something. Ibang klase, ano? Hindi mo mabibili ito.
Wala, nabigay na lang natin. Yung last nga, dahil wala siya pag-exchange.
Naiiwan ko sa bahay kasi manang Connie yung ano eh. Bigo ito yun.
Handa.
Sir, just patingin nga po.
Elizabeth and Marian. And then, ito for the rest of the, hindi lang para sa panel.
We can fish on that as we discuss across the table. Okay.
And this is for the RAG. And this is also
Gawa ba ito ng NDF?
for the RAG.
Thank you so much.
Meeting recording yan.
Maraming salamat po.
May I see it, Ambassador? May I see it? What's that? Are you familiar with that?
No, not really.
Kung neutral, pwedeng ganito lang.
Thank you, Manang Connie. I'm really sorry I forgot my gift for the whole group. I ordered it in Surigao.
Sayang.
Oo. Pero we can send it. Baka naman may darating sa inyo doon. Doon ko na bibigay, ha? Oo, sayang yun, no?
Wow, thank you.